Before we begin with this though, the EA Creator Network is the reason why I have access to the game earlier than usual, but you can do the same. If you get the Ultimate Edition of FC24, you can get access to the game up to 7 days earlier. And if you play the game by November 1st, you can actually get the founder status on FC24 as well. So make sure to get involved yourself. The link is in the description down below if you need it. But guys, let's dive into FC24.
Let's do this.
I have been playing FIFA since '98, and now after years, decades, the game has changed and it is called FC24. EA's FC is out. I have the full game, and today we are diving into the traditional Liverpool career mode that you guys have been asking for so long. Yes, it is finally time to take on the club whose away kit looks like a Minecraft creeper blew up in it, but it doesn't matter because I get to play with my favorite players in world football and hopefully lead them to victory, while I am also quite naturally situated right below the crotch of Jurgen Klopp. This is the perfect start.
Ooh, what was this? It was really good.
And of course, as always, we'll start off on ultimate difficulty. Who doesn't? I mean, if you turn on FC24, what difficulty are you gonna play? Don't be a little, go ahead and play ultimate like a real man. Good one. Now, there are a lot of new things, new features that EA has put into FC24, and today in this video specifically, I will run through a couple of them to make you understand what they are about, so that when you hop onto the game, you know exactly where to go and what to do. But first up, we have the tactical vision. Now, if you go ahead and join a club that already has a set tactical vision that is within these realms right here, you can just go ahead and pick that one for your team. If you want to play like the old Burnley style, just kick and rush out the back, that's what you could do. I mean, current Burnley doesn't do that anymore, but still, for Liverpool, of course, it's Gegenpress. That is the Jurgen Klopp identity. High intensity football, heavy metal football, and that is what we are going to be choosing ourselves, which then in turn means that we have press after possession loss, we have defensive width on any, depth range on any, then we have the fast build up in terms of attacking play. Chance creation means direct passing, and player instructions involve attacking runs, join the attack for our fullbacks specifically. Obviously, Trent moves forward all the time. We all know Trent doesn't defend. Yep, let's be real. After that though, possibly the most important new addition in the game, which is the coaching system. Now, back in the day on old FIFAs like FIFA 10 or something, we used to have coaching staff that we could invest money into, and however good they were, that impacted your team and its growth. Now EA have brought it back, just as they have done with a lot of old features as well, but they have improved upon it. Now with Liverpool, as you can see in the top left, we have open positions, which are 13, which means I can just go ahead and bring in 13 coaches into this team, but also a weekly budget above me at the top. It says £3 million. Now with Liverpool, buying those 13 staff members, those coaches, is going to be super easy. For me though, I will get myself the 5-star at first. It is someone that can go ahead and help me in goalkeeping, defending, midfield, and attacking, which means I can just go ahead and basically choose which position am I weakest in, where do I need to improve the most. And for me personally, with this new Liverpool team, it is the midfield. It's not necessarily because it's weak, it's because it's new. McAllister, Szoboszlai, Endo, and also Gravenberch. All these players are new, while Hendo, Fabinho, Naby Keita, Wijnaldum, all these guys have left throughout the years. So we are jumping in and choosing midfield. Now on the left, you can see that with midfield achieved, we have 0. Yes, 0, because we haven't applied it yet. But the ideal number we need to have in terms of stars there would be 21. Now, apparently, technically, you can exceed that number, but it's mostly important that you get to that ideal number because then you will get the maximum boost for your players. So let's start off with Porter. And as we move forward, you will see that I have no impact on my attackers, but I do have an impact, however, on my midfielders, which is exactly what I got that coach for. The immediate impact of that 5-star coach gives someone like Endo 83 to 85 short passing, 66 to 68 strength, 79 interceptions to 81. You can clearly tell things are being upgraded. Now again, it's only for the midfielders. Even though he's a 5-star coach in all the other areas, he has no impact on the strikers, he has no impact on my defenders, and no impact on my goalkeeper. Now, as we have this set up, obviously, as Liverpool, I still have 12 open positions. I can just go ahead, jump into hire new coaches, and buy a bunch of new ones, right? I just go plus right there, and I can decide, you know what? I want an attacking coach, or let's say I want a midfield coach, or defender, whichever one I feel like I want to go ahead and buy. I can just jump in and get it done. Now, for me, I want to make things interesting. The only time, because Liverpool has such a big salary in terms of weekly budget, the only time I can go ahead and get a new coach and apply that to my team will be if I beat one of the top sides in the Premier League. That is the rule I'm going to set myself to make things a little bit more interesting. Because obviously just going ahead and spending the budget, that's a bit boring. And I would recommend that to you guys as well. Challenge yourself when you play career mode. If you do, let me know. How do you challenge yourself actually so far in career mode?
Tell me now.
For my starting 11 and my vision of Liverpool, I want Cody Gakpo on the bench. I'm sorry, I love you, Gakpo, but for me, this is the setup I want to have for this Liverpool side. David Nunez is the perfect player, in my opinion, to profit off of the in-behind-the-defense passes that players like Salah, like Szoboszlai, McAllister, Diaz, Trent, and also Robbo, all these guys can supply him with those passes where he can cause absolute devastation in the defense of our opponents. I think it should be Nunez this season. I think he is the future of Liverpool. It doesn't mean that Gakpo isn't, but for me personally, I just love David Nunez. I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on him for sure. Now, the one position that some people, and actually most people, are unhappy with Liverpool's transfer window is that CDM spot. That issue has never really properly been solved. We were about to spend 115 million on Moises Caicedo. Thank God we didn't, because he looks trash in the Chelsea setup. To be honest, though, I do think at Liverpool, in a more settled team, he would have done much better. I don't want to go ahead and say too much about Caicedo, but you can share your opinion about Caicedo in the comments down below. The amount spent on him and his performances so far, it's a massive mismatch. But for Liverpool, we do need a CDM. I love Endo. I watched him in the Bundesliga. I have to say, though, Liverpool, that one transfer I'm gonna make right now in this transfer window, it's the CDM spot.
How do you like that?
Bayern Munich couldn't get him. It was about to be done. He had the shirt in his hands. He was already doing all this stuff that was necessary. But now, he has extended his contract at Fulham. I assume he has a release clause in there, and I am going ahead and triggering it as we speak. I am gonna give you 40 million for Joao Palhinha, who in my opinion is clearly one of the best CDMs when it comes to just being a defender. He is the perfect option for Liverpool and also for the likes of Bayern Munich. They were about to make the best transfer in a long time, in my opinion. I personally, as a Bayern fan, can say that to you. But 47 million, that is the amount I am willing to pay. And Fulham have accepted. Palhinha, you are my one and only transfer. Do not disappoint me. After this, it's going to be January transfers only. I do wonder, however, have they changed anything about the signing process? Has anything changed with this stuff? I mean, they didn't even go ahead and change the people there. It's the same people every time. Oh, come on, yeah. You could have done a little bit more here, man. It's just small details, change the camera angle just a little bit. You know, I'm not asking for too much, am I? Palhinha, you are now here to continue destroying the offenses of Premier League clubs. You are the #1 signing I wanted to make right now before Bayern gets you in January. I'm getting you right here, right now.
You don't have a choice.
In terms of some of the youngsters and their ratings in FC24, Glatzel is on a 58, Kate Gordon is on a 62, we have Bradley on 69, Clark on 59, we have Chambers on a 62, and Kwanzaa, the new young talent that has come out of nowhere pretty much for a lot of people, he has the 62 rating. I do assume he's going to get a high potential this FIFA. And of course, we have Ben Doak, who is a big talent for Liverpool, and Bajcetic, he is another huge one for us right here. But this is probably the bench I'm going to be running personally. Interesting, as I just got Palhinha into the team, the midfield ideal number changed from 21 to 22. So I guess that kind of shows as you get higher rated players, the ideal number required goes up as well. Good to know. Very good to know. Now, there is one more thing I need to show you guys in terms of new stuff in FC24, and that is the training plan. In my opinion, in previous FIFAs, the training sessions were absolutely useless. I didn't necessarily like it. And this way, they have kind of simplified things. You can go ahead and change things for specific players, like Szoboszlai there, and change it to energy focused. Or you can basically pick, let's say, all-out performance, apply that change, press triangle, and apply that to all players, or apply that to only the starting 11. Now, for me personally, the way this comes in very handy is when you have players who are injured and they just come back from injury, their match sharpness will be extremely low, right? So then you can go ahead and say, you know what? I want him to get up to match sharpness as fast as possible. We're going to go all out on performance. That way you're going to get his sharpness up very quickly. So that type of stuff I really do enjoy. It's little details that EA have put in here. But there's one more thing with training sessions that they have changed. And I think that's the pre-match training sessions. Let's see the impact of that. As with training plans, there's one thing I just noticed. There are messages that you get where it says, for example, Thiago has been on a balanced training plan but hasn't really benefited from that. Focusing on performance now would be a good idea if you're thinking about putting Thiago into the starting lineup rather than leaving him onto the bench. That is quite interesting. So news like that are going to be important to keep track of. But the reason why I got here was because I wanted to showcase that we are about to jump into the first Premier League game. The preseason tournament, we have 2 wins against Napoli and Fiorentina, a loss against Sevilla, but now with 18 days left in the transfer window, the first match of the season is about to come. Liverpool against Chelsea. And as you go onto the match day, here's what happens. You have kickoff where you can just jump into it, but you can see something there says match preparation, 0 out of 3. Check the opponent analysis report, do the training session, and attend the press conference to better prepare for the match. Here we go. This is the probable lineup of our opponents. I wonder, does EA sometimes give us a probable lineup that then doesn't actually end up being exactly what they have shown here? Now, that would be a nice thing. I want it to be switched up sometimes, but I do recognize they have brought in Frenkie de Jong, so that is great information for me. That team does look very interesting, very quick on the wings. Trent and Robbo will have a lot to do there, so I can go into the training sessions here, complete a training drill to earn a temporary playstyle for participating players. That is very big. You can jump into games where you feel like things could get quite bad for you and improve your players in ways where it impacts the gameplay big time. Now, with teams like Liverpool, it might not have a big impact, but for me personally speaking, I think the new coaching system, the way it's implemented, you need to find the highest difficulty that you feel comfortable with playing with, where it feels extremely competitive to really get the best out of all these features, going from coaches to this stuff right here, the final touches before a game. Because those extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% that you get out of your team, if that gets you to beat ultimate difficulty when normally you weren't really comfortable doing so, that is when all these features really make sense. If you play on beginner and you're not being challenged at all this stuff that EA is putting into the game doesn't mean anything to you. So find the difficulty that makes it hardest for you to play the game. For me, the thing that makes the most sense is run and block, because I want to stop the likes of Mudryk and Madueke sprinting down the wings, right? So I think this makes sense. Let's jump in, run and block. Here we go. Let's see if we can get something out of our players. And these are new training drills I've never done before. So this is going to be quite exciting for me to see what this is all about. And I already missed. So I already missed that one. It did say good start, but I need to get that block in. And that way, I can earn that playstyle. There we go. I'm right there. Perfect. Okay, so these are actually quite easy. I'm going to run through this and show you my final score. Honestly, it's not easy. I swear to God, it actually wasn't easy. I struggled massively. Mo Salah's crosses, I just couldn't stop him. That drill, at first I thought it was easy. But bro, this stuff is challenging. It definitely is something where you have to earn that playstyle, and I failed to do so. I do, however, wonder though, has the media changed? Is there something different about the way these questions come in? Do I just pick and choose the same stuff as I did back in the day, where I just look at the emblems and just pick the one where it doesn't cuss and everything is okay? Is that actually what's happening? Oh, wow. They didn't change this at all. That's a shame. I really hope they would have changed something there, but I guess not.
It's too much work.
And now, as you can see, there are different ways of playing career mode. You can play the match, you can tactical view it and simulate the game, or just jump into the highlights. There has never been more variety of playing career mode itself, which really excites me. These are the things that we really need to look out for. That is my team, gegenpressing against Chelsea. Obviously, I want to jump into a game. The next one, we'll see that tactical view where you just sat on the sidelines and see how our team does. But hey, right here, the intro, the graphics, all of this is already quite impressive. On to my first ever FC24 gameplay. Here we go. And now everything begins. My first ever game. It's straight away against Chelsea. And I will tell you guys, I am scared. Ultimate difficulty is not what I normally start off with. I normally start off with legendary and work my way into ultimate and all that stuff. But straight away, we are getting ruined by some offensive play down the wings. That seems to be one thing that we recognize as an issue straight away, and hence why I wanted to do the training sessions. Van Dijk, easy, love that. He body checks Mudryk off the ball. That looked very good, you know. Szoboszlai, can you play that pass for me? Nunez, in behind. Salah, once more. Mo Salah, left foot. He doesn't score that, even though it's his player style, like play style activated there. That is crazy to me. Trent. Oh no, what a pass that is. Inside. Darwin. Yes! My first ever goal. It's Darwin Nunez season, and you get to witness it all. Darwin looks sick. His face scan looks amazing. And Liverpool take the lead. This is what I wanted to see. I need to win this game. If I win this game, which is against the top club in England, historically, we get ourselves a new coach. And you know what? I want a defensive one up next. Oh, second man press is like a play style from Robbo. That's kind of cool, you know, when you can utilize second man press in a really nice way. And obviously with Trent, it's the crossing, as you could see right there. So every time a playstyle activates for your players, you'll be able to see it, which is really nice. Konate chasing down Madueke. This is why I did that training drill. I need to stop those crosses. McAllister, bad pass from me, man. I'm opening up stuff for Chelsea that shouldn't be opened up. And there he goes. Nkunku inside the box, cuts in, plays it, and Van Dijk thankfully steps in. Palhinha misses the tackle. Palhinha misses another tackle. What is going on here? I'm making wrong decisions. And then Kunku nearly out-dribbled me with an insane move right there. But we now have room to run into. Robbo gets involved. I see Trent all the way on the right. He's completely open. Oh, what a ball that is. Darwin, get in there. Cross-whipped in. Darwin, you got to win that for me. That's exactly what Trent is all about. 45 minutes have passed and I'm already testing out all the play styles of the players. And the gameplay feels really good, I have to admit. You know what I don't necessarily like? It's the fact that my players' names are yellow at the bottom there. I always think like everyone has a yellow card now. This is something I need to adjust to for sure. But here goes Sterling. He's sprinting past Trent, making it look very easy. And obviously, Sterling has a way of dribbling. Oh, that probably is one of his play styles where he can just dribble like crazy. But it is 1-1. Nicholas Jackson makes it 1-1. If we don't win this, we don't get to buy another coach. This is not what I wanted to see. Okay, now this is getting uncomfortable here. Chelsea, they want to go for the win. They make it look easy. And Van Dijk with the last split second. The block is coming in. Konate and Trent double teaming at the back there. Luckily, that is good enough for us. McAllister barely done anything so far. Palhinha. And now we can finally push out. Salah. He sees the run. Oh, he can play a great pass even on his right foot. That's beautiful to see. Salah, get involved. Inside. This is beautiful. Soboslai, and it's Diaz in the right spot at the right time, down the right wing as Liverpool do it so many times. This feels realistic. Even though I'm wearing Minecraft creeper kits and every single one of my players might blow up any second as a glitch happens in the game, but I will take this win home if I can. Oh, this could be very dangerous. Down the right they come. Robbo steps in once. Robbo. Play it out, pal. Yes. Out of the defense. And here goes Liverpool with their typical style of just rushing their opponents. And David Nunez, sadly, not doing the right thing. In the end, the team wins. We start off into the season with a victory over Chelsea. The way it should be. Liverpool get their first 3 points and we get to buy our second coach. So what do I want? I want a defensive skills coach. That is going to be Carter Wyatt. I do not have any other options right now. He's the one to get. He gets us a +4 in that position. Obviously 23 is ideal, and he's someone that can help us out on the gegenpressing. He's a silver on that level, so he's accomplished there. That's another thing that I didn't even know. Kick and rush and all that stuff, he's not really knowing any of that. So I actually want to see, what is Porter? He's an expert at gegenpressing. Okay, so that part of the game is also an interesting one to look at for. But Wyatt is here, and he's going to help us in defense due to us winning against Chelsea. A few days later, after the game against Chelsea, we are jumping into a matchup where we are up against Bournemouth. And this time, my friends, I want to showcase you another new feature of FC24. First of all this stuff in the match build-up, a lot of new stuff here. But most importantly, the way we watch this gameplay as the coach, Jurgen Klopp, from the sidelines. This is a totally new experience that we now have on FC24. Something a lot of people always wanted to have. And when you press square, you can just go ahead and change things and basically look at any other camera angle that you see fit. But I do personally really like the fact that we can also go ahead and target people. So when you press R1 here, you can target Alisson. You can go ahead and watch him play throughout the entire game. Let's say you bought a new goalkeeper and you want to pay attention to him all the time. That's one thing you can do. Or you can go ahead and choose someone else. You can say, I want to watch Trent play. The camera focuses on him. So all these things considered, I really like what EA has done here. And being able to change this type of stuff as things go is really nice. David Nunez Shot taken. I want to see things play out on the pro camera. That way, everything is more exciting. Alisson, thank you for the save, buddy. Ah, there we go. This is the best camera, actually. Broadcast. Yes, let's go. Oh, there's an opening in the center. Van Dijk, thank you for stepping in. Come on, Diaz. Push. Push forward. David Nunez. The pace is on, but he's left by himself. Diaz gets involved there. Robbo doesn't have a right foot. Switch it up, Van Dijk. All the way to the right. Find Trent and Salah. Do something with this. Konate given a lot of space. There's Salah now. Into Maka. Maka. David Nunez. Yes! David Nunez. He is my number 9. He is the one I think will dominate this season. Get in. Even when we have the tactics set up pre-game and we don't step in ourselves, everything seems to work out the way it should. Liverpool on the road to get 6 points. That's too easy. That's just too easy, man. Look at the way our team is shaped at the back. Why is no one in that? Where's Robbo? What are you doing, Robbo? Alisson, thanks once again for being a legend. And why is your hair so shiny? Van Dijk pushing forward. I don't know why he's doing that. Where's that pace coming from? Where's Diaz? Diaz, help him. Bring it back, Van Dijk. There we go. Diaz into the center. There, Davin, pass it to Maka. Yes. You've got to be kidding. Turn around, Maka. What are you doing? At halftime, we can obviously see all this stuff happening in the background, which I love. We get a look into what the team is doing in the locker room. We can look at the match facts, performance, all that stuff, and obviously make decisions on if we want to bring in new players into this squad. And I am quite tempted to take off Szoboszlai later on. He seems very tired. Over to Robbo again. Robbo just slowly edging on, going ahead and playing a terrible pass. And now that side is completely open. And Palhinha, what are you doing? Sprinting into that direction. It's a 2v2. Now, Konate, you need to get closer. Konate, what are you doing? Oh my god, bro. What is that defending? Do you guys not have a brain? We need to definitely bring more defensive coaches into this team because that is unacceptable. Okay, 60th minute. I am not happy with the way things are going in our midfield. So I'm going to bring in a little bit more defensive support. It is going to be Thiago or Endo. Endo coming on as a center mid. We're going to drop him a little bit deeper than Szoboszlai and hopefully control the game a little bit more. Hook. Why is no one attacking? I'm going to lose my mind. Bro, we are playing gegenpressing, which means we need to go ahead and push every single player who's on the ball constantly. Where are you going, Trent? Oh my god, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh, thank you. Bro, finally a tackle. David Nunez, please, let's break out of here. Let's go, David. Let's go, David. Do this by yourself. Where are you running off to? The goal is up there, pal. Get involved. You can't miss that. Endo tries to win that for us, but... Oh, hold on. Go on. Yes, Maka. How is no one scoring? I'm about to sub every single one of you off. Trent, please. Trent, please. Please, Trent. Please get there. Oh, God. He's just being toyed with. Trent is so slow. Konate, I appreciate you, buddy. Play it forward. There's an option. There we go. Mo Salah. Sprint away. Sprint away. David Nunez is pointing, but he's not necessarily getting anywhere with that run. Salah cuts in. Left foot finesse. Come on, David. I am buying that goalkeeper. Next time I play against Bournemouth, I don't want him to be between those sticks for them. Having said that, it's a joke. Nunez, you're coming off for now. You scored. It's fine. And then Gakpo comes on the left-hand side. I need fresh legs up front. You know what? Konate seems very tired. It's time for my tip. Good. Take your time. No rush. Gakpo. He wants something out of this. Good pass. Jota. Jota. Bring it back. Lovely. Maka scores. Finally. Finally. We know we're going to win this game. Bro, I was so scared that there's going to be a late equalizer. But this new function of FC24 of watching your players, it is a joy, it is painful, it is scary, it's everything that football is, and I love that. This is sick. Great addition into the game, EA. Is there even a way of jumping in real quick? Can you jump in here? Oh, you can jump in. Interesting. I don't want that though. But it's good to know that you can actually jump in case you do want to take control of a disaster. But I feel like once you commit to watching it, just watch it. See how it goes. Especially if you play with some top teams. Oh no, thank you. Matip subbed on, makes a huge clearance there. 90 minutes have passed. The ref has blown the whistle. And honestly, guys, this was a new experience that I loved. I like this. It brings up new ideas in my head for content. This is sick. It's 2 wins. Yes, 2 wins for Liverpool out of the first 2 games. 6 points so far. So as we go in and take a look at the standings, to see Liverpool on 6 points and Manchester City only on 3, having lost a game. Who beat Newcastle? Beat them. Interesting. I want to know from you guys in the comments down below. You now have seen a lot of the new things that have been put into FC24, new features and ways of playing the game. Let me know what you think of it. And obviously the Liverpool career mode continues on from here. We need to fill up the coaching staff. We possibly need to bring in some interesting players in the January transfer window. And we will be attacking multiple competitions as we have Europa League football, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, all these things combined. A big season ahead. The Liverpool career mode is back. You have been asking for it, and I'm so happy to deliver it to you on a completely new game that feels different in gameplay. Has so many new features that I'm excited about, and hopefully a lot of things that will actually impact the way we play this game. So having said all that, thank you so much for watching this Liverpool team and myself in episode 1 of this series. I love you guys. I will catch you on the next one. Take care and peace.